Welcome everyone, my name is Logan from Decode Your Reality and this is Random Thoughts. Been wanting to do this for quite some time, putting together a compilation of different topics that are random but yet to seamlessly blend together. I have so many slides that I've created over the years and it's time to kind of compile them together and really express through the matrix so you have the benefit of getting all these nuggets of information out to yourself. The topics of conversation that we're going to be discussing tonight, number one, we're going to be going through Lucifer, the light bringer. We're going to be talking about Father Time, the Elohim from the Old Testament, the words Father and Mother. We're going to be bringing the ancient tarot system into this. We're going to be talking about the Fool card, and we're going to be following up with the cosmic heart. So stick with me on this. This is going to be a lot of fun. I've already displayed this slide out on Facebook, but if you haven't seen it, nonetheless, even if you've seen it, let me give you the rendition of me narrating this. It's really fascinating. This is a show. I think it's in its 4th season or something, but it's just really interesting how the universe talks to us. This is an actual episode, and he's at an auction. This is Lucifer, and the number that he holds up is the sign of Cancer, the 4th zodiac sign, which runs the heart chakra of all chakras. If you follow the Masonic aspects, the top of the arch is the sign Cancer. 69. Lucifer through the Chaldean, which is my preferred cipher, is 28. That links up with the element nickel, and you've heard of the word Old Saint Nick. Well, Santa Claus, right? If you go and study the periodic table, if you go right here and look, here is nickel, and this is kind of where I got it from. This has so many amazing pieces of information that you can decode. Even the guy who discovered it and whatnot, but the origin of the name is right there. And Kupfernickel, from the German word meaning devil's copper. It's just hilarious when you look at these synchronicities that we call them. The big standout, folks, is Lucifer spelled out through the periodic table. There ain't many words that have significance in our matrix reality that you can spell out, but look at Lucifer is a 3-syllable word, Lu-sa-fer, and the first syllable is Lu, which is the 71st element. I want to focus on the atomic weight on the masculine side. Masculine's on the left, feminine's on the right. 174 is this element's masculine weight. And when you go to follow Manly P. Hall, this is Mo's website, Gnostic Warrior, Lucifer's number is well known in the esoteric as the 741. If you look at your dial pad on your phone or the calculator, you'll notice on the left-hand side, depending on your vantage point, if you're looking from the bottom to the top, it's on the left-hand side, but from the top to the bottom, it's on the right-hand side, the 147 or the 741. It's really interesting. Manly P. Hall has this in The Secret Teachings of All Ages. Amazing book. There it is. What would be the odds of this connecting like that? So do you owe it to yourself to really maybe pose that question, maybe during a meditation session, talking to a friend, but come on, think about these numbers matching up, that number right there, and then following this and looking at this and saying, is there a chance that this is embedded into reality? Now we're getting into Father Time, second topic. Father Time, I posted this before as well. This was really a gem of a post. Father Time through numerology is a 39. That's linked to the element yttrium. The only atomic weight of yttrium is the number 88.906. Notice the 88. We all know that Marty McFly had to get the DeLorean to 88 miles an hour to time travel. Father Time is a 10-letter word. Through alchemy, there is its alchemical elements related to each of its letters. We go over to the trusty calculator and we add those up and we get the number 82077. Well, 82 is really interesting because that is the element lead, which is linked to the planet Saturn. Chronos, Father Time. When we say 82077, right here, we get the number 104. The license plate on the DeLorean in the movie Back to the Future said out of time. Out of time through the English ordinal matches that of the Chaldean 104. Even a little bit deeper than that, the word 82 ends up being a number 35, and the word time travel equals the number 35. It's really interesting, isn't it, when you link all these things together. Moving now into the flux capacitor, folks. This is what made time travel possible. Notice the letter that it's in the shape of. Y. And I go back here, and here it is. Father Time is 39. The 39th element is yttrium. Yttrium's abbreviation is the letter Y. Flux capacitor. 88 miles an hour. We all know that the bolt of lightning that needed to hit the clock tower was measured at 1.21 gigawatts. 1.21 gigawatts ends up being 111 through the English ordinal, and that matches the element antimony, which is 111. Why is this important, folks? Because antimony has an atomic weight of 121, which is right there. Antimony is linked to the all-seeing eye of Horus. If you go back to the elements of the periodic table and you go to the 51st element right here, you'll notice the Royal Society of Chemistry, for whatever reason, decided to use the all-seeing eye of Horus. You go down to the uses and properties and you'll read the image explanation saying that the symbols of the eye of Horus, the ancient Egyptians used to use antimony sulfide as a mascara under their eyes. I would assume that'd just be for the ladies. But interesting to say the least. I mean, the name comes from the Greek anti-monos, meaning not alone. 51 is really interesting. That's the throat chakra to the root chakra. That's directly related to Baphomet. I'm not going to do a slide on that, but it's related to Baphomet. All-seeing eye. Time travel. The letter Y. Now we're going to get into the Elohim. Elohim is mentioned in the Old Testament, which was written by the Jewish nation. Not by anybody else, but the Jewish nation. Here it is in Hebrew. The letters in Hebrew, 6-letter word. What's interesting about this is this matches the days of creation. Day 1 through 6. It ends up being a total of 47. And that's interesting because the 4-letter name of God, made famous by the Greeks, the Tetragrammaton, equals the number 47. And, you know, even when we say 47, that equals 47. Strong tie-ins. When we keep going on the Elohim and we spell it out using the Chaldean, and then we use alchemy, 537514. 537514. Go over to the trusty calculator. We get a total of 53053. The big standout, folks, is the 53 on the masculine side of the decimal. 53rd element is iodine. As in, I am that I am. What's interesting about the 53 is the word El, as in Elohim. Electricity, electricity. Look at the 53, matching that of the 53rd element, which matches that of the alchemical result of the word Elohim. The 53rd card in the tarot deck is the Knight of Swords. The matching of that with the cards of illumination is the Jack of Spades. This sits in the Mars line, the very top. It's the Knight on the chessboard. Look at the symbology on this card, folks. Look at that thing. This symbology is going into battle. He's ready to mess shit up. That's what this card's all about. And we're talking about electricity. Interestingly enough, the word 96, 96 is the yin-yang, that equals 25. The element that has the atomic weight of 25 is the 12th element, magnesium. Magnetic. Magnetic electricity. That's what you need in this matrix reality in order for it to work. Magnetism, electricity. Both of those. Something to think about. Iodine is where it's at. I'm going to go right back to here, where we got the outcome of the Elohim through alchemy. This is massive. Iodine's a 6-letter word as well. Through the alchemical elements, here is the atomic weights added up. We get the number 47049. Folks, look at the outcome here for this. 47 is I am your father. 49 is I am your mother. Is this telling us something? Well, 47049, when we speak that spell, ends up becoming 107. And the element silver has an atomic weight of 107, and it's 47. So, you know, look, on the game of chess, the most valuable piece is the queen, but the piece that everything's after is the king. The father. The father. What's interesting about this is the 7 and 9. They both share the 4, but 7 and 9. And the 79th element is gold. But we're talking about the tetragrammaton, folks. Iodine, royal stock. This is why Michael Jordan wore this number. It's why LeBron James wears the number 23. You gotta open your eyes and start to see that's exactly how our matrix is all designed. Let's get into the Fool card. What do you know about the tarot, the Fool, the Zero? The unblemished Fool has no idea what he's getting into, doesn't know what it feels like to be ripped off, cheated on, screwed over in business, doesn't have a conscious clue. That's why he's called the Fool. We're all fools. What does the numerology and the alchemical aspect say about the Fool? The Fool, overall, for numerology, is a number 39. There is that little yttrium once again, the letter Y, as in Yod-Heh-Vah-Heh. Yahweh. Is this the Yahweh in physical form? Are we bits of the Yahweh in physical form? Moving through the alchemical expressions of the word Fool in numerology, 4558773, beryllium, boron, boron, oxygen, nitrogen, nitrogen, lithium. Over to our trusty calculator. We add those up and we get the number 82047, which leads us to lead and silver. Lead on the masculine, silver on the feminine side. Lead is Saturn, folks. And then we go ahead and we bring those two elements together, 82047, lead and silver. I mean, look at the outcome of lead and silver. That's the crucifixion. Jesus was crucified at the age of 33. Enlightenment is going up the vertebrae, the 33 vertebrae. Getting crucified. 33 is a master number. And when we add up lead and silver, we get the number 314, which is pi. So the Fool comes out through the 0 and is a perfect pi. Perfect. I mean, the 0 is pi. That's the ironic thing about this whole thing. The 0 is the cosmic egg. It's the pi. It's 3.1. I mean, it's right there. Going back to this, the outcome of the Fool through alchemy. And so, when you look at these things, folks, there is no such thing as coincidence. So you can rule that completely out of the equation. And there's no trying to fit a square peg in a round hole in that as well. So you can throw that out of the equation. So what we're left with is logic, common sense, and math, numbers. And they speak truth to us, because that's what it's all about. The last slide I got for you, folks, this one's a little bit more complicated. I want to leave this till the end. I've shown this before many times. Here are the chakra points. I believe Earth is 0. Earth is 0. And it's very possible that the sun and moon form the arc over the Earth, and they're one unit. Here is the Trinity right here. Everything's in threes. That's why pi is 3.1415, and so on. It starts with the number 3. And so I believe that the moon and the sun are part of the Earth. And we can observe them as such. So I have, Adam and Adam and all is atum as Santos. Santos Panacci's work. It all relates to this. Here are the planetary positions of what I believe to be the correct lineage of the planets. And what's interesting, you'll notice I have in the background the elements of the periodic table, the first 4 rows. They're reversed. Typically, they're the other way around. But nonetheless, I've shown this before. If you add up 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7, and you go all the way to the 36th element, and you add them all up, you get the number 666. Which I've said this so many times before, folks. This is where they want, and I say they, it's the people that have the knowledge. The people that keep you a slave. They want to keep you stuck down here, and they want to have your heart compromised. Because when you fall in love with things, that's what defines your karma. So you got to make sure that you're doing all you can to win the game of life through the heart chakra. And notice it's the letter D, as in doorway, as in death, as in dimension. This is the musical scale. Heart is D. And Jupiter is the 4th planet. I mean, folks, the heart chakra is green in the Vedic system. The word Jesus equals 18, just like the Vedic word for heart, anahata. That equals 18. The word heart through Chaldean is a 17, but its alchemical expression, which is a 5-letter word, ends up being 36041. And 36 is the last element in the heart chakra line, Krypton, where Superman was born. 41 to me is just 4, 3, 2, 1. The box that we all live in, the 666. The kicker, folks, is, if you take 19, if you take this row of the periodic table right here, and you take all of the abbreviations, this is what you get right here. 119, as in 911. Great significance, folks. Great significance for all of this. What is it that you see? What do you see during this presentation? That's all I got for today. Brand new, folks. Random thoughts. My name is Logan. This is Decode Your Reality. Thanks for watching.